everyone, Bethany here and welcome to my channel. Today I am playing with the Not Too Shabby Shops box of the month for February, and the theme of this set is Meet Me at the Theater. The theme of the whole box is Meet Me. So if you didn't catch my earlier video this month, I had used the Alice in Wonderland themed Meet Me in Wonderland, and I love that set, but I adore this set too. I am going to go ahead and show you my process of being inspired by the goodies in the box. First, what I did was I pulled out all of the paper that really just spoke to me, and I was starting to think of ideas right away. So I paired these two, the stars and the red stripes. It's jagged stripes, it's not full stripes. The movie theme with yellow stars in the back, the glitter in the front. And then this one just by itself I think is really pretty. I don't know if I would pair it with any other paper in the pack. I chose the ephemera that really spoke to me and really matched up with the colors of the paper choices that I had already made. And so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take each separate one and then I'm going to start seeing what I can create with that. Also, what I did before trying to piece together ideas, I picked a select few of the images from the stamp set and colored them in with alcohol markers. I used a textured blending technique. And if you caught my short video preview this week, you will see how I colored in some of these little texturing techniques. I also realized towards the end that instead of doing clouds that they were sitting on, I decided that they were going to be sitting on popcorn. So you'll see that I have still that gray lining of the cloud that I initially thought I was going to keep, but then changed my mind and turned it into pieces of popcorn. So if you want to see that video, I will have it linked down below. And if you are interested in seeing a slow motion version of it, not a 60-second version of it, let me know down in the comments below, and I will consider putting just the coloring of these, because I think there were a lot of techniques that can be learned out of coloring from that, but I want to know if you're interested in me doing that for you all. To start the first card, I have pulled out all of the elements that I think I'm going to use, including this star paper. My outside layer I cut down to 5.5 by 4.25, and the stripe part I have cut down to allow a 1/4 inch on each side, so 5 inches by 3 3/4. And I am going to commit to what I know I want for sure, which is the star background that is outlining the stripes. So grabbing my Barely Art glue, giving a nice generous layer, and laying that down on this 110-pound cardstock from Neenah for my card base that I got from Sam's Club and made into a card base myself. And I really think these stripes are absolutely adorable. I think they're really going to tie in the look I'm going for with the ephemera I've chosen for this. It kind of reminds me of curtains at the theater, and centering it as best as possible. And then I'm going to go ahead and put this under an acrylic block to let it dry and prevent warping. While I was waiting for that to dry, I went ahead and stamped and clear embossed the Love You More Than Buttered Popcorn using black ink and clear embossing powder. And I used just some of the scraps of the star paper so that I can bring that back into the focal point. Now I'm just going to play around with some scene building. I preemptively built what I think I'm going to use. I love the sentiment, love you more than buttered popcorn. Hubby and I go to the movies almost every Tuesday night that we can get away from the littles. And it's a cheap date because it's $5 movie night at our local theater here in Wisconsin. And so it's nice to get away, to reconnect, and all of that. So since it's lovey-dovey week, this is going to be, shh, don't tell him. This is probably going to be a Valentine's card, which Valentine's was yesterday by the time this has been released. Anyways, I like the scene, so all I'm going to do is just start gluing and using some foam tape and really quickly speed through it. So I want the little guy and gal to be the focal point, so they are going to definitely be on foam tape. And I decided to place them down at the same time so they can be at a relatively same height. Then I'm going to do foam tape for the sentiment as well. I want that to definitely be a focal point. And one star is going to be down, one star will be popped up. And since I may move that star a little bit, I'm going to not commit quite yet. I'm putting the bigger ticket there, angle just a bit, and the second ticket just under that. Popcorn bucket angled in to keep your focus towards the middle. I'm going to go ahead and switch the large and small star. So this is why I didn't commit. And I'm going to pop the smaller star right there and angle the top to the edge, filling that little gap right here towards the bottom with the final star. And there is the final result. You'll see that I only missed out on using one of the pieces of ephemera that I originally pulled for this group. And I really like the scene. It's fun and really hits all the points for me. So let's see what the next inspiration ends up looking like. I went ahead and cut down the same dimensions as the previous card, 5.5 by 4.25, and then 5 and 3 3/4 to make a nice border of the glitter background. I love the chunky glitter look. I use a lot of faux leather and chunky glitter is my go-to, so these papers really do speak to me. And then committing right away and putting the Barely Art glue down. And ironically, you'll see that the backing of this one is the front of that one. It was as if it was meant to be. I'm putting this under an acrylic block again to cure off screen. I also went ahead and did the same thing. I stamped out the No One is Better Than You with the leftover of the star paper this time. I felt like because the background of this paper was star filled, it just tied in still, so I could get away with not having any other print. And I'm actually going to keep the scene fairly simple, trying to just let the focal point now be the No One is Better Than You. I think it's really cute just to put it right on the couch. So I'm going to keep the couch or the armchair, which ironically the armchairs at our local theater are red and they do recline, which is lovely. But I am going to glue that down instead of popping it up on foam tape just because I want that really to be the focal point. Actually, I want the sentiment to be the focal point. Then I'm going to pop the sentiment, and the drink and the popcorn are going to get popped up on foam tape. And I think it's very appropriate that the popcorn is bigger than the soda because that's the way that it is at our theater. So it's quite appropriate. And I think that that just really makes the sentiment pop out, shine. And this might be a close contender to the first card for my Valentine's Day card. I don't know. I'll let you know in the comments down below which one I choose. For this last card, I'm going to keep things fast, simple, and easy, and I'm just going to let the ephemera and the scene building with the ephemera speak for itself. I went ahead and cut down to size the 5.5 by 4.25, and I am choosing a vertical layout instead of horizontal this time around. And because there's no second paper that I'm using on this one, it makes it a lot faster and simpler to complete. Originally, I was thinking of framing it with just a plain blue cardstock, but I decided I didn't like that look. And because I like both of these ephemera, I'm just going to let them fill up the page. I also off-screen stamped out Movie Night and heat embossed it with clear gloss embossing powder. And I used again to tie it all in with the rest, the same star paper. And it kind of looks like a movie ticket size, but if I wanted to spend more time on it, I could do some hand drawing on it, but I'm keeping it simple. I just like it this way. And I am taking foam tape and just finishing off my scene quickly and simply without too much effort. This is one of those cards I'm just letting the ephemera shine and do all the work for me, keeping the ephemera just a hair tilted. And I'm really thinking ahead, I could actually this last bit of ephemera right under here. No, I don't like it. All right, so I'm gonna give this one more space. I think that was just doing too much. So in the long run, only one piece of ephemera and one stamped out image did not get used. So hopefully in the next video, I'll be able to find a use for them. If not, I will be sure to share in pictures in the Facebook group what I do end up using them for, because they are cute, and I'm not gonna lie, I really think this little popcorn stand is absolutely adorable, so I will definitely have to find a use for it. Thank you all for joining me today. I hope you had as much fun as I did. Let me know in the comments down below which of these 3 cards you like the best. I think I know which one is my favorite, and it most likely will get used for Valentine's Day, which when you see this will be yesterday. Don't forget to check out my link down below for the Not Too Shabby shop. There are plenty of goodies still left from this box, and hopefully you can snatch them up before they are gone. There were amazing things in this release this month, and I literally want them all, and whatever I didn't get, it's definitely in my wish list. I hope you all have a wonderful day, and don't forget to find the joy in your day. And happy making! Bye! Awkward tech or with little texturing techniques. The drink and soda. I meant the drink and the popcorn. Just going to let the ephemera and seriously, children. Okay, hold on. Thank you for joining in today's fun, and I hope. Where was I? I've lost my train of thought. Children are awake and they're distracting me, and it's adorable, but I would like to wrap this up sometime today. Thank you all for joining me today. Don't look down. Don't look down. Don't look up. No, look up. Oh man. And what? And where am I going? Ooh man. No crying. All right, we're in the clear. Happy make. Seriously. It doesn't matter really when you give it to somebody. I don't know where I was going with that. I'm gonna erase that. Rebind and start from the top.